Slotty. Thank you all for tuning into my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that post notification bell. Never miss a time where I'm dropping a mother effing video. Comment down in the descriptions below. Please, please, please give this video a thumbs up. You feel what I'm saying? So today we're gonna talk about, we're gonna actually do a story time. And let's get on into this video. A lot of women that go through what I've been through, that have been abused mentally, physically, and emotionally, they try to justify that other person's actions. They try to make it seem like it's okay, and that's what I did. In the public eye on social media, I made this specific person look like Superman, you feel me? But I know there were some people in my family and also in my life knew that this wasn't true, because I completely changed as a person. I didn't look the same, I didn't act the same, I pushed certain people away. And if you are going through this today, get out of it. It's toxic. And it causes stress, it causes PTSD and all of those sorts of things. So that's why I'm here today, to help the women that have been through what I've been through, and it's hard. If you are going through it, I'm here to tell you, get up out of it. Get up out of it. You feel what I'm saying? Back in 2017, something tragically happened in my life. I feel like I loved a person more than they loved me, and I expected them to love me the same way. Not just that, I have been through things in my life that I will not speak on, because again, I'm not validating anything for anyone. You feel what I'm saying? Back in 2017, I went to a dark place. I actually went to jail, and I was there for a little while, and that itself kind of put me into a dark place. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not here to validate anything. People already feel the way they feel. And I noticed with seeing other YouTubers, it don't matter what you say and it don't matter how you say it, people are gonna view you and feel the way they feel about you. So when I thought about doing this, I thought about doing this video for months now. I've been doing YouTube for about 5 months, and I've recorded this video many times, but it was not on this type of note. It was more so, I'm gonna put this person on blast, I'm gonna post messages, he did this, he did that, and he did this to me, and I'm angry. And it's just like, that happened in 2017, and I'm growing, and for me to approach the situation like that will only bring me back. You feel what I'm saying? I seen a YouTuber, her name is Neek, and she's going through a situation, and it's not as horrific as mine was, but people wanted to know how she got back out and how she hopped back in, and was going out to the clubs and dressed and smiling and everything. And her situation is different, but for people that have been through my situation, it's not that easy to just hop out. Back in 2017, like I said, I went through a horrific situation. I went to jail, I got out, I went to my mom's house. I was literally stuck in a dark place, like total depression. I've never been to the pits of hell, if that's what you call it. I never been there, but that day, that specific time, I was there. I was up 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know what I mean, just crying. Didn't wash my body the right way, wasn't taking care of myself, and it was all due to mental abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse from a certain someone that I was married to, not just dealt with, but was also married to. And if you're going through that today, get up out of that situation. It's very toxic, and after 2 years, I'm still healing from that situation. So if you're going through that, get up out of that situation. Find time for yourself, find time to heal. Find time to just love yourself, because you can deal with a person that will literally drain you, like literally drain you. You will not be yourself. You will not think as yourself. Like I literally started to cut off certain people that I knew loved me and I knew would be here for me, but because that certain someone has so much control over me, I didn't see. I didn't see. You know, it was all to please that certain someone. It was all to make it seem like everything was okay, honestly. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of women out there that's dealing with abusive situations, and they putting this certain someone in a spotlight, making them seem like he's Superman, and the whole time you're going through so much stuff. When you get back home, you're going through so much stuff. You know what I mean? When you get back around this certain someone, you're going through so much stuff, and it's so much stuff that you can't even imagine. You know what I mean? So if you're going through that, get away. Don't find an outlet. Get away. Because my outlet was going to social media and making this person feel like he was a hero. This is my story, so you guys listen to it. But as you listen to it, you will see how how Jesus actually brought me over and made me and brought me back to me. Because a lot of women that go through a situation as tragic as I've been through, they don't come back. They don't come back, and that's just the honest to God truth. They don't come back from it. You know what I mean? And depression is real. PTSD is real. And that's what I want people to understand. And sometimes a lot of people misinterpret that, and I'm here to let you guys know I'm not one of those. I'm not going to misinterpret, because I have been through it. And a lot of people misinterpret it, not on purpose or not to be funny, but it's because they have never been through it. You know what I mean? So I'm here to listen. I'm here to speak into you know, a woman that is going through this right now. I want to speak into your life. I want you to know that it's okay to leave, and it may seem scary at the time, but I want you to know that it's okay. It's going to be scary. You're going to cry. You're gonna do all of that, but them tears are healing. Them are healing tears. And when I went through what I went through, I didn't know that I was healing. When I cried, I felt like shit. When I cried, I felt like I was hurting myself more than I would if I didn't cry. But what I didn't know and notice now is that them tears were healing tears, you know. So I hope I'm not talking all over the place. This is about healing women. You feel what I'm saying? I went to my mom's house, and I was stuck in a dark place, like a place that I never thought, like honestly, I never thought that I would be. Like, I will be up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I will cry. My mama come downstairs, and sometimes I think I'll scare her. Like, I'll just sit there blank face and I'll cry. And at that time, I felt like I was hurting myself. That's how I felt. But now that I know, I was just healing. Tears, that, you know, when you cry, there are healing in your tears. So if you're going through this, get away from that situation. Heal. Cry. You know, I cried. I was up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning crying, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. I didn't even wash my body properly. I wasn't doing my hair. I wasn't me. And a lot of people on social media make it worse. You feel what I'm saying? They say certain things, and they was never in a situation. That's why I said I'm not here to validate anything for anyone, because you was not there at the time. You don't know what trauma I faced at the time. You don't even know me. So for me to sit up here and try to validate something for you to make you feel a certain way is not what I'm here to do. You feel what I'm saying? But I was stuck in a dark place. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be heard. I didn't want to be looked at. I felt like the scum of the earth. And I felt like this for about 4 months due to what I have been through with a certain someone. Even fighting my case, I was still getting verbally abused and mentally abused. Like, messages off of Facebook and this and this and that, and a certain someone kept contacting me, and it's like this person will never fucking vanish, and I just have to keep dealing with the trauma inside of my head. this person was also incarcerated, but still find a way to contact me after putting me through this tragic situation. You feel what I'm saying? And it was just horrible. I felt like I couldn't escape. Even when I thought I was out of it and I thought I escaped it, and I'm like, okay, this person is in jail, he's incarcerated, this person still find a way to get in contact with me, remember my mom's address and all type of stuff, you know. And it was tormenting me, and it was ways that I just couldn't get over it. But I had a good support system. Even when I thought I did it, I reached out to certain people. I don't have to say their name, they know who they are, they know that I reached out to them. I reach out to them and I cry and I tell them my story, and thank God for that, because if it wasn't for them, I would still be in the same situation. I'll still be stuck. But I stayed at my mom's house for about 3.5 months, and staying there, I was so depressed, I was so tormented in my mind. And it's nothing that my mom did, it's nothing that my little sisters did, it had nothing to do with them. It just had something to do with my situation and what I was going through at hand, and just being in the same city that it happened in. My outlet from depression was leaving and going to a whole nother city and going to a whole nother state. So I got up, I packed my stuff. My other court date was like a couple months out. I packed my stuff, I left, I went to Chicago to my father's and his wife's house. That's when I started to regain who I was in everything. I started to regain me. I started to do my hair, I started to smile, I started to be me all over again. But while I was at my mom's house for the 3.5 months, I always talked to my stepdad, Darnell Broughton. I always talk to him and tell him, like, I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And this business came about through the struggles and the mental abuse that I faced, the verbal abuse that I faced, the physical abuse that I faced. You know, that's why I'm so hard with Mystique, because it didn't just come like, oh, COVID here and I'm finna open my business. It came through struggles, it came through hard times. So with the fact that it came with that, I'm never going to give up on my business, because I know even with my business, it's going to be struggles, it's going to be hard times. That's what it came from. That's what I built it on. I built it on my hurt, I built it on my struggles, I also built it on my glow. I also built it on my glow. You feel me? I built it on my glow. You feel me? So anyways, I went to Chicago. I started to find me. You know what I mean? Even in Chicago, this person kept contacting me through Facebook and da this and da that, and I kept I just started to find me in Chicago. I was full-blown broke. Full-blown broke. I couldn't get a job for a whole year. I didn't have my car. The police took my car. People feel the way they feel. I don't have to go into detail about that, because that's not what it's about again. But I ended up, you know, I didn't have no car. I was walking in the snow. I didn't have a job. I'm a mother. I have a son. So on top of all of this depression, on top of all of this mental abuse, on top of all of this physical abuse and verbal abuse, I lost myself as a mother. I felt like, because when I went I feel like that's what kind of broke me, because I felt like I failed as a mother, you see. So it's like, I feel like at that point that was my breaking point, because like, this is my world, this is my baby. And as a mother, I feel like I failed, because now I'm fighting this case. You know what I mean? I'm fighting this case, and I can't provide for my fucking baby. I remember a time fighting the case, and I always say this because I'm humble. Fighting my case, my son asked me for a 35-cent bag of chips. 35 cents. Only 35 cents. You hear me? And I couldn't give it to him. I couldn't. Not only could I couldn't give it to him, but I'm suffering from PTSD. I'm suffering from depression. I'm still getting mentally abused and verbally abused, and I didn't, you know what I mean, and it wasn't easy. And if you're going through what I have been through, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. You're gonna cry sometimes. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt. You're gonna reach this dark place. But it's all about what you do with that situation. And when I was going through it, I said, okay, either this is gonna make me or this is gonna break me. And at a point in time, I felt like it was going to fucking just explode, and I was going to shatter into pieces. I felt like it was going to truly break me. That's how I felt. I felt like it was going to break me. You feel me? I thought it was going to break me. That's how I felt. But then I started to think about Mystique. The first name was Royal. Then I'm like, no, I'm gonna name it Royalty. And then my auntie Tiara, I still appreciate her and I thank her, but I thank her so much because she came up with Mystique. And I just felt like that was the name. That was right. That was right. That was it. You feel what I'm saying? That was where it was, you know. It was beautiful, you know what I mean? And I feel like Mystique, coming up with Mystique was beautiful, considering you know, my tests and my trials and what I have been through and the hurt that I have been through. You know what I mean? Mystique is not just built on any old thing. But I went to Chicago and I found myself. I started to take pictures. I started to take care of my body the right way, hygiene wise. I started to do my hair and everything, and I came and to remind you guys, I was still broke. I was still fighting a case. You feel what I'm saying? I was still getting contacted through social media by a certain someone, like just abusing me verbally and mentally. You feel what I'm saying? Some of the things that was said through Facebook, if you guys would have seen them, you guys would have known how much control he had over my mind. Being with this person, I lost a lot of relationships. A lot of relationships was broken. But one thing about me, after this situation ended, it was people that I apologized to and they didn't even know why I was apologizing to them. And I don't have to name them people. I don't have to name them people. Them people know who they are. You know, I don't have to name them people. They know. I apologize to so many people. And I needed to, because that's who I am. That's how I am. I'm very apologetic, and people formed their own opinion of me once certain information was released about me. I didn't have control over the information that was released about me. I didn't have control over that, but people formed their own character about me. You feel what I'm saying? And that's fine. But I was in Chicago. I started to find myself. You feel me? I started to be me. I started to glow back into Peanut. You feel what I'm saying? Started to grow back into me. You feel what I'm saying? And I started to feel myself. And regardless of how much this person contacted me, I just threw it to the side. Threw it, because I couldn't stop. I had to keep growing. I had to keep glowing. I had to get there for my baby. You hear what I'm saying? So I don't care how much you verbally abuse me. I don't care how much you physically abuse me. I don't care how much you mentally abuse me. I will not break as a woman. And if you're going through this as a woman, do not break, because we are strong. Don't break. Get out of that situation. Love yourself. Find yourself, because ain't nobody gonna love you more than your own child and yourself. And I know in these situations you lose self-love. You lose who you are. You have to find that person. You have to find who you are. You have to. It's not I'll do it tomorrow. It's a must. You know what I mean? You have to find who you are. You feel what I'm saying? And I went to Chicago and I started to find me all over again. So regardless of all of that trauma or whatever I went through, I started to find me, and that felt so good. And I didn't have any money. I was still broke. I was still fighting the case. They was still trying to give me 12 years and 6 months, but I found me. And regardless of the situation, I was happy because I was finding me all over again. I know women are going through stuff, and you guys know what I mean when I say I lost me. I lost me. You feel me? And there's a lot of people that going through what I have went through, and I know you guys understand when I say that. You feel what I'm saying? Boom, I come back. I come back and it's around my birthday time. Tax time hit. Oh, boom, I get taxes back. And around that time where I feel like I was nothing as a mother, when I felt like I failed my son because I couldn't get him a 35-cent bag of chips, when I felt like I was nothing, boom, I come back and I get my taxes. I splurged on me and my son. I spent every dime because we deserved it. We deserved that. No one else. We deserve that, because I've already gave myself to another person, so much so where I lost myself. I see a lot of people say that a person can drain you. I was drained. I wasn't myself. I didn't feel like myself. I didn't look like myself. And like I said, there's women out here that's going through that now. You have to get away. You have to escape that dark place. You have to escape that that hurt person, because even though I'm telling my story and people like, oh, and y'all probably look at this like that nigga bogus, but y'all have to understand that hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? So no, I'm not justifying this person's actions. No, I'm not saying it's okay because he was hurt, but what I'm saying is what I said. Hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? So women that's going through this, you guys really have to, and it's hard. It's very hard. I've been through it. It's very hard. You're gonna have sleepless nights. You're gonna have trying times. You're gonna have, because it was times where I felt like I was tried. You know what I mean? I go on Facebook and people, I didn't see the Fox 6 post, but I did see the Journal Times. People, oh yeah, she crazy, she this, she that. And that was my trying times. I wanted to speak up. I wanted to say something. I wanted to yell. I wanted to cuss. I wanted to fight. I wanted to shout. I wanted to do whatever to let this depression go. You know what I mean? I wanted to do whatever it consisted of. I wanted to do it to let it go. But I did it. I shut my mouth and I was quiet. And sometimes that's the hardest thing, but I'm happy that I did that. I'm happy I chose that way, because it allowed me to focus on myself and not what other people were saying. Because regardless of the situation, no one knows what really happened that day but me. And the fact that I know I have to heal from this. But if I pay so much attention to what people thought about me, or what people felt about me, or how they shaped my character, if I paid so much attention to that, I'll still be in the same place today. So if you're going through this, fuck what people say, fuck how they feel, fuck their comments, fuck, you have to block all of that out and get to a place where it's just you. It's your tears, it's your hurt, it's your pain. You have to get to that place and you have to cry. And people are like, I can't cry, I can't. You have to let that out. I feel like I don't want to be seen, I don't want to be heard, I don't want to be nothing. I just felt like I wasn't deserving. I felt like no one would ever love me. I feel like people would always ridicule me and talk about me, which they will. That's just life. But since I healed, I'm okay with, you know what I mean? Since I healed, I'm okay with that. Once you heal and you know your worth, you're okay with people talking shit. You're okay with people forming their own opinion of you, because you're solely focused on you and your goal. You know what I mean? So now I really too much don't care. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. When I came back from Chicago, again, I was still broke as a mother-sucking joke. You feel what I'm saying? I was still broke. But when I came back, tax time hit, and that was around my birthday. My birthday is March 17th. I'm a lucky camper. St. Patrick's Day, boom. You feel what I'm saying? 4-leaf clover. But I came back, and taxes hit on my birthday. I splurged on me and my son, got us whatever we wanted, whatever I felt like I desired. The case started to, you know, end around that time, but I most definitely splurged on me and my son. So the time came when the case actually ended. I literally got my car back, and I was in a situation where I couldn't get a job. Fighting this case for a whole year, I couldn't get a job. So when my son asked me for that 35-cent bag of chips, it broke me all over again. And women that's going through what I'm going through, you're gonna find yourself happy, and then you're gonna find yourself broken again, then you're gonna find yourself happy, and then you're gonna find yourself broken again. But that's just the healing process. That's just the healing process of depression. That's just the healing process of PTSD. That's the healing process. You're going to be broken some days, and then you're going to be happy, then you're going to be broken again. Every time you feel broken, cry. Feel broken. Feel sad. Feel angry. Feel all of those emotions, because if you block it off, then you're going to be stuck in one spot. Feel all of those emotions, get it out, because that's your healing process. Boom, I ended up getting my car back. Boom, I got my windows fixed. The bitch was balling. You feel what I'm saying? My glow is my glow, you feel me? And I started to come back to me. I got my car back, my windows fixed. You can't tell me nothing, you feel me? All while I was still hurting. I was still hurting because I was still healing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's fine. To me, that's fine. Continue to heal, but as long as you taking those steps forward to get up out of that certain situation, it's okay. You feel me? And it's okay to cry sometimes still. And sometimes I still cry. Sometimes I still cry. Sometimes I still hurt. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's fine, because it's still all a healing process. When I thought about doing this video again, I did not think about approaching it the way I'm approaching it now. I don't have to validate shit for nobody. Feel how you feel, believe what the fuck you want to believe, because I'm healed and I'm still healing. You feel me? And women that are going through that, you should have that same attitude. You feel what I'm saying? Have that same attitude. Don't validate nothing for nobody. Make sure you're healing. Put yourself first. Who cares about what other people think or what they said? Because if you're focused on that, you will never heal. And you're not putting yourself first when you think about that. You're putting other people first and their opinions first. And the whole time they didn't go through what you went through. Whole time what happened is what already happened. You can't change what happened, but you can change you. You can fix you. And that's what I feel like a lot of women that went through what I have went through need to focus on. Focus on you. Focus on healing you. Because ain't nobody gonna heal you for you. I'm gonna be honest. This is the world we live in. Ain't nobody gonna heal you for you. It's so much negativity, and it's crazy because more people are drawn into negativity than it is. It's just crazy how much people is drawn into negativity. So ain't nobody gonna heal you. Ain't nobody gonna heal you. You have to heal you. And that's the harsh truth. It's harsh and it hurts. Because you look for those people to heal you. You look for those people to be there for you. But the harsh truth is, ain't nobody gonna heal you but you. You know what I mean? Once I got my car, like I told you, I didn't have a job for a whole year. I was struggling, couldn't get my son a 35-cent bag of chips due to this whole situation. Couldn't do nothing. I was just stuck. So that was another depression, boom, that hit me. I can't be the mother that I know I am. So it was just like brick after brick after, and it was tunneling. Oh my god. As I talk about it to y'all, it's like it was piling. It was piling on top of me, and it was like, oh, the whole world was just on my shoulder, and I couldn't carry it. So I had to cry, you feel me? So I came back, boom, the case was over with, everything was beat. I'm a free woman, I don't have to worry about this no more. I got my car back, I got my windows fixed, I got a factory job. I went to a factory job. To remind y'all, I'm 5'4". They wanted us to build pilots 6 feet tall. How can I build a pilot 6 feet tall and I'm 5'4"? And then basically, you had a lot of money at that job, but it was all about how quick you work, how fast you built these pallets. And honestly, if you good at it, you could leave out of there with a $2,000 check, real life. That's how good the money was. I can do it. I ain't number 5'4". I was dropping all of that shit. I was breaking glasses, and I only worked there for a week. The last day, I literally I walked off the floor and I quit. To remind you guys, y'all like, what, you quit? You just wasn't working for a whole year. You only been working for a week, and you quit? You walked off you quit? Yeah, I quit. I couldn't do it. I quit. So around like 2 o'clock in the morning, I think I called he wasn't my boyfriend at the time. I think I called him Galen, but he was asleep. And then I called his mom. I did. And she was like, well, he's asleep. He probably ain't answer because he's asleep, and he was asleep. But he wasn't my boyfriend at the time. We were just getting to know each other. And there was this certain guy. I still don't even remember him, but I say this to say what I'm gonna say next. I don't even remember him. Really don't even know him. I was stranded at work at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I quit. I need to get up out of this place. I called this guy. I think he was kind of trying to talk to me on Facebook in a flirting type of way, but it was like, Joe, I'm stranded at work. I'm quitting this place. I need to go. I have no ride home. Literally, he came ASAP, picked me up, boom, took me home, and I never heard from him since, never heard about it since. But I feel like God put certain people in your path for a reason, even if it's just for the little things. And I feel like that certain person, God put him in my path for that little reason. You know what I mean? And Once I got home and stuff, I woke up the next morning and I started calling for CNA jobs, because it's like, okay, this case over with is dismissed. I still got my CNA. Bitch could, you know, I could go in a field where I'm comfortable at. And I started to apply for jobs, and literally this particular job I got literally 4 hours. No, it was 6 hours after I quit my factory job. So it's like, boom, I quit this job. 6 hours later, I got a whole new job. You can't tell me God ain't working for me. You feel me? And once I got my job, I, again, shut myself off from the world. I shut myself off from everybody, because now I had tunnel vision. I had to get what I needed to get. And I worked my ass off, and I got it. I got my car. I got my house. I'm YouTubing. I got my business. If y'all see me cry right now, baby, these are not sad tears. These are happy tears. Because I thought I wasn't going to make it. I thought I wasn't going to make it, y'all. These are happy tears. Because just like I thought I wasn't going to, the same way I thought I wasn't going to make it, there are women out there that feel like they're not going to make it. There are women out there that's going through abuse mentally, physically, and they feel like they're not going to make it. Baby, I'm telling you, you are. Leave. There's nothing better to do but to leave. And it's going to hurt, because sometimes you feel like that's the only thing you know. But it's not. Leave. And when you find yourself, you're going to be stronger than ever. You're going to be like, can't nothing tear me. Can't nothing break me. Leave. I did it. You can do it. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is success. There is happiness. And I feel like without the Lord, without Jesus himself, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I wouldn't have. There's no way. But with him, I made it. With him, you can make it. Leave. It's nothing more traumatizing than to stay. That's more, it hurts you more to stay. You know what I mean? Leave. Start to love yourself. You know what I mean? And I love you guys for tuning into my video. I know this is very, very, very emotional. Something I never done before. But I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. But I was still healing. I didn't know how to approach it. I was more so of trying to validate stuff for other people. I didn't do this. Fuck them people. Because it stunts your growth. If they wasn't there when it happened, fuck, you don't have to go into detail. You don't have to justify shit for nobody. You don't have to validate shit. You don't have to justify shit. Who are those people? You already had your opinion about me. You already shaped my character. No matter what I say, you're going to feel how you feel. And that's fine. As long as I know the truth and I know what happened that night. It is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning into my YouTube channel. I hope you guys tune in again. And I hope that all of my women got something up out of this. You are, like Neek said, you are the motherfucking catch. You're the catch. You don't have to put up with shit. Leave. Love yourself. Be happy. Again, make sure you guys hit that post notification bell.